Welcome back to Who Died Today USA channel. In the past few days, we have received somber news about the passing of extraordinary talents. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Additionally, we will recap the stars we have recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
Concerning this war which we are bitterly waging,
Kora Sue Collins, the beloved child actress who graced the silver screen during Hollywood's golden era, passed peacefully at the age of 98 due to complications following a stroke. Born on April 19, 1927, in Beckley, West Virginia, Collins entered the world of film almost by chance, discovered as a toddler in Los Angeles. By the age of 4, she was stealing scenes in The Unexpected Father, setting the stage for a dazzling career that would see her share the screen with legends like Greta Garbo, Bette Davis, and William Powell. Handpicked by Garbo herself to play her younger self in Queen Christina, 1933, Collins left a mark with her radiant performances in classics such as Anna Karenina, Evelyn Prentice, and The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Over a span of just over a decade, she appeared in 47 films, embodying both innocence and emotional depth with a grace beyond her years. Despite her early fame, Collins chose a different path, retiring at 18 to embrace a quieter life, finding joy in family and anonymity. Her later years were filled with reflections on a remarkable youth, and she remained a treasured figure at film festivals and classic Hollywood events. Kora Sue Collins' legacy is one of timeless charm and heartfelt artistry. Her performances continue to shimmer across generations, a reminder of a time when magic lived in black and white. Her story is a testament to the beauty of youth, resilience, and the enduring spirit of those who once lit up the world's dreams.
Who she is until you meet her in person. And being creative is asking the right questions so that you can plan your date around her interests.
Amber Kelleher Andrews built monuments of the heart. Raised between the coastlines of California, Amber first touched the world as an actress, gracing the screens of Baywatch and Melrose Place with a spark that hinted at a larger destiny. Yet her true masterpiece was never found in scripts or spotlights. It was in the quiet, powerful work of bringing people together. As co-CEO of Kelleher International, Amber didn't just match names, she matched dreams, spirits, and futures. Fortune 500 executives, Hollywood icons, and global changemakers found more than companionship through her. They found a deeper sense of belonging. Her work on NBC's Ready for Love and her radio show, The Rules of Engagement, only broadened her reach, weaving a legacy that touched millions. Behind her success was a spirit of relentless joy. Whether hosting retreats with Virgin Unite or embracing spontaneous adventures with her beloved family, Amber lived connection, breathed compassion, and celebrated the small, sparkling moments of life. In 2017, Amber faced a profound personal challenge, quietly battling ovarian cancer. Yet through it all, she continued to nurture others, to dream and to shine, a testament to her extraordinary resilience. Today, her legacy endures not in marble or fame, but in the invisible bridges she built across countless lives. In every act of kindness, every leap of faith toward love, Amber's spirit rises, reminding us that the truest architects are those who build from the heart.
Love was when I loved you one true time.
Breaking news. Today, we step into the extraordinary life of one of the most powerful voices the world has ever known. Celine Dion's journey is not just about her iconic music, but about a spirit that continues to fight, to inspire, and to defy all odds. How has her story touched your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below as we explore Celine's incredible path through triumph, adversity, and undying resilience. Born on March 30th, 1968, in the small town of Charlemagne, Quebec, Celine Dion's gift was evident from a very early age. As the youngest of 14 siblings, music filled her childhood home with joy and ambition. At the tender age of 12, she recorded her first song, catching the attention of music manager René Angelil, who believed in her so deeply that he mortgaged his house to finance her first album. It was a decision that would change both of their lives forever. Celine's international breakthrough came in 1988 when she won the Eurovision Song Contest representing Switzerland. With her soaring voice and heartfelt delivery, the world began to notice. But it was only the beginning. The 1990s saw Celine ascend to global superstardom, with albums like The Color of My Love, Falling Into You, and Let's Talk About Love defining an era of pop music. Songs such as The Power of Love, Because You Loved Me, and the timeless My Heart Will Go On became anthems of love, loss, and hope for millions around the world. My Heart Will Go On, the unforgettable theme from Titanic, became Celine's signature song, earning her an Academy Award and multiple Grammy Awards. It catapulted her into the stratosphere of fame, where she has remained ever since, not just as a singer, but as a symbol of emotional authenticity and artistic excellence. Yet even as her star shone brighter than ever, Celine faced challenges that few could see. In the early 2000s, she chose to reinvent her career by launching a residency show in Las Vegas, a bold move at a time when residencies were considered a step down for mainstream artists. Instead, Celine transformed the landscape, turning A New Day into one of the most successful concert residencies in history and setting a new gold standard for the industry. But life, even for the strongest among us, has its share of storms. In 2016, Celine faced the devastating loss of her beloved husband and manager, René Angelil. He had been not only her greatest supporter, but the love of her life. His passing left an unfillable void in both her personal life and professional world. For a time, Celine stepped away, prioritizing her family and her own healing. However, true to her nature, she found her way back to the stage, stronger and more radiant than ever. Her Courage World Tour marked a new chapter, a celebration of resilience and an affirmation that even in sorrow, the heart can continue to sing. Yet another test awaited her. In 2022, Celine bravely announced that she had been diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder known as stiff person syndrome. This condition affects the muscles, causing stiffness and spasms, and for someone whose voice had always been her instrument of expression, it was a deeply personal battle. Faced with this daunting diagnosis, Celine chose transparency and courage. She postponed her performances, not out of defeat, but out of respect for her art and her audience. Rather than hide from the world, she shared her journey through the deeply moving documentary I Am, Celine Dion, offering fans a raw and honest look into her struggles and her hopes. Despite her health challenges, Celine's spirit remains unbreakable. In one of the most inspiring moments of her recent life, she returned to perform at the opening ceremony of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Singing Hymne à l'amour from the Eiffel Tower, her voice carried not only notes, but years of dreams, battles, and triumphs. It was a performance that brought the world to tears, a reminder that true greatness is not measured by perfection, but by perseverance. Celine's comeback also sparked renewed success in the music charts, as she achieved her first top 40 hit in the United Kingdom in over a decade. Her appearance at prestigious events like the Ali Saab fashion show in Riyadh further proved that she remains a beloved icon whose influence transcends music, reaching into fashion, culture, and the very spirit of resilience itself. In a world increasingly dominated by artificial voices, Celine has also stood firmly to protect her legacy, warning fans against AI-generated imitations of her music. Her message is clear: authenticity matters. It is a value she has lived by from the very beginning. Today, Celine Dion continues to embody strength, grace, and authenticity. She is not defined by her challenges, but by how she rises above them. Her journey is a testament to the power of perseverance, the healing force of music, and the unbreakable spirit of a woman who still has so much to give. What are your favorite memories of Celine Dion's music and life story? Has her resilience inspired you? We invite you to share your reflections in the comments below as we honor the incredible journey of a woman whose heart, voice, and courage have touched the world. If you found this story moving, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring journeys into the lives of legendary figures. Let us celebrate together the enduring legacy of Celine Dion, a true voice of hope for generations past, present, and future.
New Jersey.
This timeless superhero classic features Hackman in the role of...
In the golden tapestry of Hollywood history, few names shine as brightly as Gene Hackman. Over 4 decades, he captured the imagination of audiences with his unforgettable performances, bringing depth, strength, and humanity to every role. From the gritty streets of The French Connection to the stirring vastness of Unforgiven, Hackman's artistry earned him 2 Academy Awards and a permanent place in the hearts of millions. Yet, beyond the dazzling lights, Gene Hackman was a man who longed for something simpler. In the early 2000s, he quietly stepped away from acting and settled in Santa Fe, New Mexico, a place where sunsets stretched endlessly across the sky and life moved to a softer rhythm. Embracing painting, sculpting, and writing, Hackman found peace among the mountains and the welcoming small-town community. Dressed in jeans and flannel shirts, he traded red carpets for winding trails, becoming a neighbor, not a celebrity. Gene's later years were touched by profound challenges. Privately, he battled advanced Alzheimer's, a condition that slowly separated him from the vibrant world he once commanded. By his side was his beloved wife, Betsy Arakawa, who became his anchor and protector. Tragically, Betsy passed after contracting a rare illness known as hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, an unexpected and devastating event. Gene, already frail and vulnerable, soon followed, unable to care for himself in her absence. Their departure left a deep ache not only in Santa Fe, but also among those who had admired Gene's remarkable journey from small-town beginnings to cinematic greatness. Friends recalled his playful spirit, his kindness, and his extraordinary ability to live without pretense. Even as his health faded, Hackman's legacy of authenticity, friendship, and dedication endured. Today, as we look back on Gene Hackman's life, we remember a man who gave the world so much, on the screen and beyond it. His performances taught us about courage, about vulnerability, and about the quiet heroism found in everyday people. Though his time grew still in his final days, the impact of his work, his spirit, and his humanity continues to ripple through generations. In the quiet of Santa Fe's high desert, under a sky full of endless stars, Gene Hackman found his peace. And for all of us who loved his work, he left behind a shining legacy, one that time can never dim.
Ever see, and I can paint a picture.
Michael Hurley, the gentle maverick known as the godfather of freak folk, passed away suddenly at the age of 83, leaving behind a legacy woven from imagination, warmth, and untamed spirit. Born in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, Hurley grew up surrounded by music and storytelling, traveling with his operetta director father. From a young age, he walked his own path, teaching himself guitar, crafting whimsical songs, and painting the world with a style that was wholly, stubbornly his own. Hurley released his debut album, First Songs, In 1964 with Folkways Records, and over the next 6 decades, he quietly shaped American music from the margins. His blend of folk, bluegrass, and raw poetry captured a spirit of freedom that inspired generations, from Lucinda Williams to Yo La Tengo. More than 30 albums carried his voice, each one a little celebration of the strange, the tender, and the beautifully imperfect. Though he never chased fame, his songs found their way into films and shows like Deadwood and Leave No Trace, touching listeners who needed a reminder that authenticity always matters. Even in his later years, Hurley remained active, performing and recording. He had just completed a new album, proudly mastered shortly before his passing. There was no long illness, no drawn-out farewell, just a sudden parting, fitting for a soul who lived moment to moment, guided by wonder rather than ambition. Michael Hurley leaves behind more than music. He leaves behind a world a little more colorful, a little more compassionate, because he was brave enough to sing it his own way.
Why we treat each other this way?
Frankie Beverly, the soul-stirring voice behind some of America's most cherished R&B anthems, passed away peacefully on September 10, 2024, at the age of 77. Born Howard Stanley Beverly in Philadelphia, Frankie found his passion for music in the church choirs of East Germantown. From humble beginnings, he carved a legendary career that would span over 5 decades, leaving an indelible mark on the soundtrack of American life. In 1970, Beverly founded the group Raw Soul, later renamed Maze, after encouragement from Motown icon Marvin Gaye. Together, Frankie Beverly and Maze delivered timeless classics like Happy Feelin's, Golden Time of Day, and the beloved Before I Let Go, a song that would become a joyous staple at family gatherings and celebrations across the country. Their live performances were electric, a true testament to Beverly's belief that music's deepest magic happens in the shared energy of a crowd. Earlier in 2024, Beverly announced his heartfelt farewell to the stage, embarking on his I Wanna Thank You tour to pass the torch to a new generation. Despite recent health challenges, he remained vibrant, culminating his journey with a final emotional performance at the Dell Music Center in his hometown, surrounded by love and admiration. Frankie Beverly's music captured the full tapestry of life, its joy, its pain, its resilience. His voice, his words, and his spirit continue to echo through every dance floor, every family cookout, and every heart that has ever needed a song to lean on. His legacy is not just in the melodies he left behind, but in the way he made generations feel seen, heard, and uplifted.
Good to see you. Back again. Hey! No matter what, I'm taking you out one by one.
Jiggly Caliente, a vibrant and fearless spirit in the world of entertainment, touched countless hearts with her authenticity, humor, and unwavering passion for representation. Born Bianca Castro Arabejo on November 29, 1980, she rose to fame on Season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race in 2012, quickly becoming a fan favorite with her dazzling performances and genuine warmth. Over the years, Jiggly expanded her artistry beyond the stage, appearing in RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 6 and taking on a heartfelt role as Veronica Ferocity in Ryan Murphy's acclaimed series Pose. In 2022, she joined Drag Race Philippines as a beloved judge, lending her voice and wisdom to a new generation of performers. In her final chapter, Jiggly faced a significant health battle. After suffering a severe infection that led to the amputation of most of her right leg, she remained surrounded by the love of her family and friends. On April 27, 2025, at the age of 44, Jiggly passed peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of courage, laughter, and resilience. More than an entertainer, Jiggly was a champion for the LGBTQ+ community, a mentor to many, and a symbol of hope for those searching for belonging. She lived with a light that refused to dim, even during the most challenging moments. Her story reminds us that true beauty lies not just in talent, but in the ability to inspire, uplift, and love without boundaries. Jiggly Caliente's voice, her spirit, and her radiant joy will forever echo in the hearts of those she touched.
Cases, even skis and ski poles.
Wow, I'm home. As Mike would say, I'm junk drunk.
Now Mike calling...
Frank Fritz, the beloved American television personality and antiques enthusiast, forever holds a special place in the hearts of those who tuned in to American Pickers each week. Born on October 11, 1963 in Davenport, Iowa, Frank grew up fascinated by rare collectibles and vintage treasures, a passion that later defined his life's work. In 2010, Frank became a household name as co-host of American Pickers, alongside his childhood friend Mike Wolfe. Together, they traveled back roads and small towns across America, uncovering forgotten pieces of history tucked away in barns, basements, and attics. With his quick wit, down-to-earth charm, and genuine love for the stories behind every find, Frank connected deeply with viewers, reminding us all of the beauty in preservation and the magic of discovery. Did you ever watch an episode that made you smile because it brought back a memory from your own past? Feel free to share your favorite Frank moment with us. Throughout his life, Frank faced significant health challenges, including a long battle with Crohn's disease and major back surgery. In 2022, he suffered a debilitating stroke due to cerebral vascular disease, which ultimately contributed to his passing on September 30, 2024, at the age of 60. Despite these hardships, Frank never lost the warm spirit and tenacity that endeared him to so many. Behind the cameras, Frank valued loyalty and close friendships over fame. He lived simply, surrounded by a small, trusted circle who knew his heart best. Even after leaving American Pickers, his impact on the show, and on countless fans who saw themselves in his love of Americana, remained undeniable. What's one piece of history or a vintage treasure you dream of finding, just like Frank did? We'd love to hear about it. Frank Fritz's legacy is not just in the antiques he cherished, but in the joy, laughter, and memories he shared with the world. He taught us that treasures aren't always objects. They're the stories and connections we find along the way.
Flew to Toronto, I linked up with Twin. Hey, hop out a plane and I hop in the bin. Money been motor, they telling me spin.
Rich Homie Quan, the talented Atlanta rapper whose sound helped define a generation of hip-hop, left us too soon on September 5, 2024, at the age of 33. The Fulton County medical examiner confirmed that he passed away following complications related to a stroke and underlying health conditions. Born DeQuantes Devontae Lamar in 1989, Quan's journey was one of resilience and remarkable transformation. After facing challenges early in life, including time spent away from music due to personal struggles, he found a new path through creativity. His breakout single, Type of Way, became an anthem in 2013, celebrated for its catchy beat and relatable message of self-worth. He followed it with hits like Flex and unforgettable collaborations with Young Thug and Birdman in the Rich Gang collective. Quan's music wasn't just entertainment. It was a voice for a young generation navigating dreams, hardships, and the search for identity. His 2018 album, Rich as in Spirit, showed a deeper, more reflective side of the artist, proving that he was more than just a trend. He was a storyteller. Those who knew him describe Quan as humble, thoughtful, and always grateful for the journey his music allowed him to travel. Even as the industry changed around him, his passion for sharing real experiences through song never wavered. Rich Homie Quan's legacy remains vibrant today. Every cookout, every car ride, every memory soundtracked by his music keeps his spirit alive. Do you have a favorite memory or song that reminds you of Rich Homie Quan? Share it in the comments. Let's celebrate the lasting joy he gave us all. Joey Molland, the spirited guitarist and singer who helped define the golden era of pop rock with Badfinger, passed away peacefully on March 1, 2025, at the age of 77 after facing health challenges related to pneumonia and diabetes. Born in Liverpool, England, Joey became a part of music history when he joined Badfinger, one of the first bands signed to the Beatles' Apple Records label. With hits like No Matter What, Baby Blue, and Day After Day, his unmistakable guitar work and soulful energy captured the spirit of a generation. Collaborating closely with legends like Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and John Lennon, Joey's fingerprints are found on some of the most beloved albums of all time, including Imagine and All Things Must Pass. Even after the loss of his original bandmates, Joey kept the heart of Badfinger alive. He led his own version of the group, performing to devoted fans around the world, and continued recording heartfelt solo albums right up until his health began to decline in late 2024. Known not just for his music, but for his warmth and kindness, Joey made every fan feel like an old friend. Whether sharing stories at signing tables or lighting up small clubs with his smile, he embodied the pure joy of connecting through song. Joey Mullen's life reminds us that music isn't just about melodies, it's about the people who share them with us. His songs, his spirit, and his generous heart will continue to resonate in countless lives for years to come. What is your favorite Badfinger song that brings back special memories? Feel free to share your stories and celebrate Joey's incredible legacy with us.
Here the first thing tomorrow morning. She'll verify it with receipts, everything.
Sorry, John. Francis, you're running late.
Thanks, Phil.
James B. Siking, a beloved figure of American television's golden age, passed away peacefully at the age of 90, surrounded by the memories of a life deeply lived. He faced complications from dementia with the same quiet dignity that defined his remarkable career. Born in Los Angeles in 1934, Siking carved a place in viewers' hearts through roles that combined strength, intelligence, and unexpected tenderness. As LaToint Howard Hunter on Hill Street Blues, he created an unforgettable portrait of a disciplined, by-the-book officer with a hidden softness, a performance that earned him an Emmy nomination and helped shape the future of dramatic television. Audiences later embraced him as Dr. David Hauser on Doogie Howser, M.D., where his portrayal of a compassionate father anchored the groundbreaking series. Whether portraying a steadfast FBI director in The Pelican Brief or a stern country club member in Curb Your Enthusiasm, Siking always brought authenticity and depth to every character. Beyond the screen, James was a devoted husband, a father, and a grandfather. He spent nearly 2 decades reading to third graders through the SAG Book Pals program, becoming affectionately known as Jim the Reader. His commitment to uplifting others mirrored the humanity he brought to his craft. James B. Siking wasn't just an actor. He was a storyteller who made audiences feel, whether through laughter, tension, or tears. His legacy lives on in every scene he graced and every heart he touched. What was your favorite memory of James B. Siking's performances? We would love to hear how his work touched your life.
If you're not feeling fit, perhaps I could see her for you.
Major short ass. However onerous...
If you ever chuckled at the wit and charm of the Carry On films, you have likely been touched by the spirit of Julian Holloway. Born in June 1944 in Watlington, Oxfordshire, Julian inherited a love for performance from his father, legendary actor and comedian Stanley Holloway. With a career spanning 6 decades, Julian made his mark in British comedy and beyond, appearing in 8 beloved Carry On films between 1967 and 1976, including Carry On Camping and Carry On Up the Khyber. His sharp timing and effortless humor made him a favorite among audiences and peers alike. Julian's versatility extended well beyond the silver screen. He portrayed Sergeant Patterson in Doctor Who's classic story Survival, and later became a celebrated voice actor in America, lending his talents to series like Captain Zed and The Z Zone, James Bond Jr., and Star Wars, The Clone Wars. Despite the challenges of later life, Julian continued to share his voice and spirit with the world, with his final performance airing in 2020. In February 2025, Julian passed away at the age of 80 after living a full life devoted to laughter, storytelling, and connection. Friends and colleagues remember him not just as a gifted performer, but as a kind soul, a man who would share jokes, lend a helping hand, and make even strangers feel like old friends. His daughter, acclaimed author Sophie Dahl, carries forward his legacy of creativity and warmth. Julian Holloway's life reminds us that a true performer doesn't just entertain, they make the world a little brighter for everyone they meet. What's your favorite memory of seeing Julian on screen? Feel free to share it with us below. Let's celebrate his wonderful life together.
Hi, Gary, this is Patty. I know you want to go out with me tonight, so if you still do, see how fast you can get...
Patty Maloney was a cherished American actress, born in 1935, who touched countless hearts with her vibrant spirit and unforgettable performances. Standing just 3 feet 11 inches tall, she turned what many would see as a limitation into a dazzling hallmark of her career. Patty's journey was one of determination, talent, and a joyful resilience that left an indelible mark across television, film, and the stage. She became widely beloved for her role as Alice Bates on Little House on the Prairie, as well as for her endearing portrayal of Lumpy, Chewbacca's son, in the Star Wars Holiday Special. Audiences also remember her as Honk in Far Out Space Nuts, where she brought a full range of emotion to life without speaking a word. Her appearances on variety shows like Donnie and Marie and Bay City Rollers, and guest roles in classics like Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, and Married with Children showcased her humor, warmth, and incredible versatility. Patty's path was not without challenges. In 2010, she faced significant health issues when diagnosed with age-related macular degeneration, a condition that gradually impacted her vision. In later years, she continued to face health struggles, experiencing several strokes that eventually led to her passing on March 31, 2025, while in hospice care in Winter Park, Florida. Through every chapter, Patty remained a beacon of strength and positivity. Her story reminds us that true greatness is not measured by stature, but by the size of one's heart and spirit. Today, Patty Maloney's legacy shines brightly through the smiles she inspired and the joy she shared with the world. Jim Tauber, the beloved film executive whose career helped shape some of the most memorable stories in modern cinema, has passed away at the age of 74. Raised in Glencoe, Illinois, Tauber carried a quiet determination and a sharp eye for talent that would guide him through decades in the heart of Hollywood. Throughout his remarkable journey, Tauber served as president and COO of Sidney Kimmel Entertainment, where he oversaw acclaimed films like Hell or High Water, The Place Beyond the Pines, Lars and the Real Girl, and The Kite Runner. His earlier work at Columbia TriStar Pictures, Propaganda Films, and 20th Century Fox connected him with groundbreaking projects like Sex, Lies and Videotape, and Being John Malkovich, always blending artistic vision with smart business acumen. Known for his wit, integrity, and tireless commitment, Tauber wasn't just a leader behind the scenes. He was a true craftsman who believed in the power of storytelling. Even after retiring from the industry in 2015, his spirit of creativity continued. Together with his wife, Laura Newman, he opened Lefty's Coffee, a cafe in Los Olivos built on community values and ethical sourcing. In his final years, Tauber faced significant health challenges, living with complications from multiple myeloma. Yet, through it all, he approached each day with resilience, grace, and his signature sense of humor. Jim Tauber's legacy endures not only in the unforgettable films he championed, but also in the lives he touched through kindness, mentorship, and an unwavering belief in the beauty of dreams. His story remains a quiet, powerful testament to a life lived with passion and purpose.
I think we all get it. It happened. Some of us it went our way, some of us it didn't. This is the nature of it.
Breaking news. We explore the incredible life of a woman whose talent, bravery, and resilience have left an undeniable mark on entertainment and culture. Of course, we are talking about the one and only Whoopi Goldberg. Before we dive in, we would love to hear from you. On a scale of 0 to 10, how much has Whoopi Goldberg's story inspired you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters. From the streets of New York City to the bright lights of Hollywood, Whoopi Goldberg's life is a testament to perseverance, authenticity, and the power of embracing every part of yourself. Born on November 13, 1955, as Corinne Elaine Johnson, Whoopi grew up in modest surroundings with dreams far bigger than the world around her. Even as a young girl, she carried a sense of humor and courage that would one day capture the hearts of millions. Her rise to fame was anything but easy. After years of working odd jobs, including as a bricklayer and funeral makeup artist, Whoopi's breakthrough came with her one-woman show on Broadway, Whoopi Goldberg, direct from Broadway, in 1984. Her performance was raw, real, and electric, and Hollywood could not ignore her. Only a year later, she earned her first Academy Award nomination for her role in The Color Purple, directed by Steven Spielberg. It was clear, a new, unstoppable voice had arrived. In 1990, Whoopi made history by winning an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in Ghost. Her portrayal of Oda Mae Brown showcased her unique blend of humor, heart, and humanity. It made her only the second African-American woman ever to win an Oscar for acting, following in the footsteps of the legendary Hattie McDaniel. Beyond awards, Whoopi redefined what it meant to be a leading woman in Hollywood, breaking barriers with her authenticity, wit, and resilience. Whoopi continued to shine through the 1990s with unforgettable roles in films like Sister Act and Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. These performances did more than entertain. They uplifted audiences around the world. With her magnetic energy and unmatched comedic timing, she became a beloved figure across generations. But Whoopi's talents were not confined to the screen. She ventured into television, notably becoming a central figure on The View in 2007. Her sharp insights, unapologetic honesty, and ability to foster tough conversations made her an irreplaceable voice on daytime television. She also achieved one of entertainment's rarest honors, EGOT status, by winning an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award, solidifying her place among the legends. Yet behind the laughter and accolades, Whoopi Goldberg has faced formidable battles. In 2019, she endured a near-fatal health scare when she was diagnosed with pneumonia and sepsis. The experience left her hospitalized and fighting for her life. Reflecting on her recovery, Whoopi described herself as lucky to be alive, a sentiment that deeply resonated with her fans and added a profound layer of gratitude to her public persona. Health challenges did not end there. Like many, Whoopi confronted the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, suffering from memory loss after multiple infections. She spoke candidly about these struggles, choosing once again to be a beacon of transparency rather than hiding behind fame. Even as her health presented new obstacles, Whoopi's spirit remained unbroken. More recently, she faced another battle: her weight. During the filming of Till, she revealed that her weight had reached nearly 300 pounds, impacting her breathing and overall health. True to form, Whoopi tackled the issue head-on, committing to significant lifestyle changes. She shared her journey publicly, empowering others who might be facing similar struggles. Despite these challenges, Whoopi Goldberg continues to defy expectations. Her resilience shines just as brightly as her talent. She remains a daily presence on The View, fearlessly speaking her truth and standing up for what she believes in, no matter how tough the conversation. Throughout her journey, Whoopi has not been without controversy. Her outspoken views on social and political issues sometimes spark debate. Yet even when facing criticism, she has remained grounded in her principles: authenticity, humor, and a relentless pursuit of justice and compassion. What makes Whoopi Goldberg's story so remarkable is not just her talent, but her determination to live out loud, flaws, triumphs, struggles, and all. She has built a career and a life that are profoundly human, deeply inspiring, and unapologetically real. Today, as she continues her journey with grace and grit, Whoopi stands as a reminder that true greatness is not about perfection. It is about perseverance. It is about facing the hardest moments with courage, laughing even when it is hard, and refusing to give up on yourself or the world around you. Whoopi Goldberg's legacy is not just one of awards and achievements. It is a legacy of resilience, of breaking barriers, and of lighting the way for others to follow. So, what are your favorite memories of Whoopi Goldberg? Was it a role that made you laugh, a moment that made you think, or a time when her honesty moved you? Share your reflections in the comments. We would love to hear from you. If this tribute to Whoopi's incredible journey touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Together, let us continue celebrating the lives of those who inspire us to stand taller, dream bigger, and never lose our voice. Thank you, Whoopi Goldberg, for the laughter, the lessons, and the fearless spirit. Your story reminds us all to keep shining, no matter what storms we face.